Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory. Hummels wants Roma. He's prioritising this move even though Mallorca from La Liga in Spain have shown a lot of interest in him. Also, rumours have it that Roma have placed Edoardo Bove on their transfer list. I will go insane if we sell Bove, and there are 1,000 reasons as to why I will go insane if we sell Edoardo Bove. Some very big topics today. What could become a number one centre back next season? Are we unlocking this deal? Is this deal accelerating? Is this deal good enough to solve Roma's problems in defence? And then I really want to speak about Bove because I really, like, if I read another article mentioning Bove away from Roma, we should all give up because I've genuinely had enough of repeating and committing the same mistakes every single time. Right, how's everybody doing? Euro 2024, we've got the GOAT tonight. I cannot wait. It's Cristiano's day today. Very looking forward to that. And then we've got Spain against Italy on Thursday night. Yes, please get me my popcorn ready. Mbappe broke his nose. It's been a very eventful Euro 2024. I ain't gonna lie. I've been really admired by it. Hopefully we can have more performances tonight with Ronaldo and tomorrow Turkey right now. So yeah, as always, hit a like if you're enjoying the Euros. Hit a like if you're ready for this stream. Please do it. If we can get 80 likes on this video, it would be absolutely amazing. Subscribe to the channel and let's get into this. Right, I want to start off with Hummels. I want to start off with Mats Hummels. Will this be an easy maths test for Roma to go through? You like the joke? That was absolutely terrible. No, look. I definitely, sources yesterday evening after I went live speaking about Hummels and a potential link between him and Mallorca. Gianluca Di Matteo yesterday evening have said how Hummels is prioritizing Roma. He wants to stay in a competitive team. He wants this Roma move. And Roma are actually considering making this happen. Again, as I said yesterday, it wouldn't be more than a 1/2, not even a 2 year. It's probably going to be a 1 year deal. Di Marzio are saying that the second Roma sells Smalling, this deal could accelerate. If Roma don't sell Smalling, this deal maybe could have the potential of not being unlocked. But if Smalling leaves, then it could be really fast that Hummels comes in. So a lot of this does depend on Smalling, which I like, because as I said yesterday, this signing makes sense only if he's here to replace Chris Smalling. Because I think the number one, even though we've been linked with a lot of young players, I think the number one word to describe the players that we've been linked with and what we're trying to do with the current players that we have, the first word that comes to my mind is controversy. Because if we're starting to build a young player project, then why on earth would we be interested in him? And most importantly, why on earth would we be selling Bove? So I think the word controversy is very big in Roma's transfer window right now, but it's understandable because June is the month of the devil for us fans. I've said this multiple times. Let's pray the Lord that we've got the Euros to watch, because I would only have imagined what June would have been like without the Euros. June is the month of fake news. June is the month of ideas. June is the month out of the 12 months of the year where football fans might jump off a bridge. It would be easier for them because June is absolutely dead when it comes to club football. Moreover, it's even more dead this year because, look, we've got the Euros. So the priority is in club football right now. So a lot of the names that we're hearing might happen, might not happen. We want him, we don't want him. He's an idea, no, he's not an idea. He's old, no, he's not old. He's young, no, he's too young. This is what June is about. So I'm not surprised that the word controversy is big. But it's also a month where we need to start laying the basis of our transfer window, and the word controversy comes out. I would only get Hummels if Smalling leaves. I've said this yesterday. If we are replacing Smalling, who has played probably 3 full games this season, has fallen out with the team. De Rossi has never really massive pushed on him because, he much preferred Llorente, and he started Llorente more than Smalling in multiple occasions. And number 4, he's having this negative reputation with the fan base because all the fan base connotates Smalling with is a vegan son of a bitch. Like, let's all be honest here. All Roma fans, the second they heard the rumours of Smalling betraying the team, were like, forget about him. He's an absolute dickhead. I think we're going to be calmer than this. I think we will never know the truth. I definitely think Mourinho and Smalling fell out, which probably meant that he also fell out with the majority of the teammates. But if we are replacing him, who he's given the best he could at Roma, and I'm not going to doubt this, but in recent times, he's fallen off bad and he's barely ever played. And if we're replacing this player with somebody who is, yes, he's old, but is an absolute physical monster and is coming from playing a massive Champions League tournament as a dominant player in Borussia Dortmund's team and having played a Champions League final, then that is an improvement. And you cannot tell me that that is not an improvement. That is a massive improvement. So, yes, if we're replacing Smalling with Hummels, I absolutely love this. But if we need to keep Smalling and buy Hummels, I'm against this because we need to freshen up. And if we don't freshen up, we're always here reading the same page and never actually turning this page around. So I wouldn't mind Hummels at all. He's prioritizing us. Also, the fact that he's 36 years old and is putting competitive football over money, I think deserves the praise. I think he'd come in as a very experienced player. He would help a lot in the European campaign. He would help a lot in big games. He's an absolute beast in terms of the player he is. Being absolutely dominant, absolutely massive, tall, very dominant in aerial duels. So I've got nothing against this deal. I really don't. I actually like this deal if it's about replacing Smalling with him. Now the other face to this live stream is worse. Like it makes me want to throw up. Apparently, Bove has been placed on the transfer list. I don't understand this. And I don't understand this because the fans who actually want to sell Bove to get the money are the same fans which right now are crying their ass off because Roma sold Calafiori. And that is the problem, one of the recurring problems in this fan base. If you want Bove out, everybody thinks whatever they want. But if you want Bove out, number 1, you cannot demand this team to follow a young project. And number 2, you cannot be crying that Calafiori is now in the aura of football because he's playing so well. You can want Bove out, but if you want Bove out, then you cannot cry and protest against Roma. Oh, why did we sell Calafiori? We're absolute imbeciles. You can't do that. Because this is the same team that wants to sell Bove, but 2 years ago also sold Calafiori and has made a massive criminal mistake. And this is where I always say that we never learn. And I feel like the years go by, the team tries to evolve, but the team isn't capable of evolving because the basis of their intellectual decision-making aren't there. How on earth can you be wanting to start a young project, but then you sell Bove, who for at least 5 consecutive months this season has been the best player in our team? Under De Rossi, he's had his limits because De Rossi never played him. But before Mourinho got sacked, Bove was my man of the season, man of the match season, MVP of the season. But yet, just to get a bit of money, we want to put him on the transfer list. And unfortunately, this is what I mean. I don't see this team improving. Because until these base problems don't improve, then lads, we're never going to actually improve. And you know, look, 20 million is a lot of money for Bove. But we might get the 20 million right now, and then we sell Bove, and then Bove has an incredible uprising. And then in 3 years' time, just like it's happening with Calafiori, just like it's happening with Frattesi, just like it's happening with Scamacca, we're gonna wander and daydream and actually kill ourselves for having made these decisions. So why don't we learn from this? Why don't we, instead of, well, you know what, I'm gonna be better. I made a mistake selling Calafiori. I am going to be better than this. I don't see this. I don't see this attitude of wanting to be better, because we always make the same mistakes. And this is also the problem of the Italian national team. Why on earth is the Italian national team not grinding and not growing any good talents? It's exactly this, because Serie A teams would rather get 15 million and sell the most emerging players to Premier League sides. You see, this is a knock-on effect. This is an effect which hits us, and it hits the national team. Because there are literally no players to grow if we sell them. It's kind of like growing a plant and then selling the seeds of it. How are you going to grow? How are you continuously going to grow this plant if once you grow it, you're going to kill, or you're going to sell, or you're going to export all of the seeds? You see what I mean? That's probably a shit analogy, but I'm going to be very mad if we sell Bove. I am going to be very, very, very mad if we sell Bove. Very mad, because if you want to build a young profile project, Bove should be in the center of it. Center of it. Not even a second line. It is the center of the project. But look, I mean, I highly doubt that De Rossi isn't interested in him. I don't believe that De Rossi, that the Fredkins, that Ghisolfi don't like him, that they don't really see something in him and I've placed him on the transfer list. I see this as more of a necessity to get the money than to actually get somebody who we don't want out of the team. I think this is a classic deal of a team which is desperately in need of 20 million, and they've got players who don't have a market, and therefore players you can't sell, and so in order to get that money you sell one of the most emerging talents. And this is the problem of a team full of players who don't have market, because all of the players that we want to sell, nobody is going to actually give you the money you want for. So that kind of leads you to put on the transfer list your best players, and not only your best player, but your youngest players. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate here and say I would much rather keep Bove and forget about the 20 million than get the 20 million and sell Bove and get somebody who I already know is gonna be an absolute bottle job. I would much rather have a limited transfer budget but keep Bove, because I know Bove. Because what's going to happen here is we sell Bove and we're going to spend the money that we get from Bove on somebody like Renato Sanchez, or somebody who's not good enough because their scouting department isn't good enough. That's the way I see it, and that's the script which this deal is going to follow if we sell. I really hope that somebody opposes this. I really, really, really hope that somebody kind of stops this, and somebody actually realizes that selling Bove is going to haunt us in the future, just like Calafiori is haunting us, just like Scamacca is haunting us, and just like Frattesi is haunting us. It's written in the stores. I don't think he's going to adjust to the pace of the Serie A. It's less physical than the Bundesliga, but faster, and I didn't watch him a lot. But when I did see, I don't see him high pace. Yeah, but neither is Smalling. You know, this is, I think when you look at Hummels, you have to compare everything with Smalling. Because I only see Hummels coming in if Smalling goes out. Kind of like, I sell him, I get him. He goes out, he comes in. So, speed, age, experience, fitness, consistency. These are all things you got to compare. Maybe Smalling might win on age and speed, but Hummels definitely outclasses Smalling on experience, physicality, and probably also consistency. Because he's played every single game this season, if I'm not wrong. I haven't watched the Bundesliga, but in the Champions League, I've seen Hummels in every single game. And Borussia Dortmund got quite far. Jose doesn't want Hummels. Fucking away if we stop over, I'll be mad. Yeah, I'll be extremely mad as well. I will be so mad. Doesn't he come with insane agent fees? You mean Hummels? I haven't read about that. I haven't seen that. But apparently the salary of the player isn't a massive obstacle for Roma. Because, in fact, some sources also say that Smalling's salary would be higher than Hummels. Because Smalling is actually somebody who earns quite a lot. So clearing Smalling out also would mean watering down that wage list. And the more we clear out the wage list, the more money we can spend. Because I know, as a matter of fact, Smalling is one of the top earners in this team. And it definitely isn't respecting the games he's playing. So he's somebody who should be looking elsewhere. Saudi Arabia, maybe. So yeah, I definitely think Smalling should consider it. Plus, he's not in De Rossi's plans, so there's no point in keeping Smalling. You know, I'd much rather get somebody like Hummels than Smalling, for sure. But that's that. Look, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to catch you tomorrow with another chat. We'll see what emerges out of the news. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions on Hummels, and most importantly on Bove. Let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Please do it. It supports the channel a lot. Also follow Roma Theory TV on Instagram. And man, I cannot wait until next season. Look, I've already had enough of this summer. I really have. I've had enough of this summer. I've had enough of transfer rumors. I just want to speak about games, get back to the stadium, because I absolutely detest the transfer period. It's just so boring. Yeah, look, we have to wait. It's going to be back in a bit. Apparently, the Serie A calendar will be unveiled the 4th of July. So, looking forward to that. Yeah, we'll see who we get in the first game weeks. It's always nice to prepare the season and to prepare some away games, considering the calendar. So, yeah, talk to you soon. Have a good evening. Cristiano up tonight, so Forza Portugal. And, yeah. Talk to you soon. Also tomorrow, double video. I'll film a video speaking about the Italy-Spain game, and then I'll also speak about Roma. So yeah, looking forward to that. See you soon. Simo out.